So, we just came out of dark.
We just came out of
30.
dark. Zero dark 30. No. What did we just come out of?
Deepwater Horizon.
Starring
Marky Mark and the Oily Bunch.
Oh!
There it is.
Oh! He totally didn't come up with that joke on Tuesday.
It's funny because they're all on fire.
Oh.
Yeah.
Too soon? Is it?
If it weren't a true story, I'd probably laugh.
Yeah. Well, they need to stop making these based on a true story movies so soon.
Well, yeah, that Peter Berg.
Stop it!
Like, wait 10 years at least, Peter Berg.
Yeah.
Come on, son. You're making a Boston Marathon movie 3 years after it happened? Come on. Well, I mean, it'll be 4 years after.
Not
but
even
still.
5.
Come on.
John Goodman, though.
John Goodman, though, you know.
Okay.
I mean,
I'll allow it.
But then you got Mark Wahlberg in there.
But J.K. Simmons.
Okay,
J.K.
we're
Simmons.
getting off topic as usual.
Anyway.
Who would like to start?
I don't know.
I'll start. I liked it.
I did too.
It wasn't great,
I'll be honest.
but it wasn't terrible. It had its moments of utter cheese, which always happens in Peter Berg's movies. But it was interesting. It was definitely a good story. Obviously, I mean, it happened.
It was real.
It was real, which definitely adds the suspense factor. The one thing I didn't like about it, which I'm sure some people appreciate, they added too much information about oil rigging.
Honestly, I like that, even though I had no idea what they were talking about.
I don't remember a single technical aspect about what was happening on that oil rig.
It was unnecessary to me. Like,
Yeah.
it was cool, but at the same time, it slowed down the plot when they were not when they went into the little tirades that were actually pretty interesting, like Mark Wahlberg telling what was broken, John Malkovich explaining like the bladder effect and all that. That stuff was cool. Bladder effect.
The effect.
With my mint julep and my
More like bladder
slaves.
effects.
No.
Whoa.
Anyway.
Too soon.
Anyway, yeah, it's just there were some parts where they went too into depth about it.
Yeah.
And it slowed the whole story down. But that's me nitpicking. Overall, I really enjoyed it.
I think this movie was definitely decent for me. I really actually enjoyed it more than I thought I would. And it was intense. It was pretty intense for the most part.
In the parts where they weren't going overly.
Yeah, I mean,
about
after
oil
like
the last hour was
after
intense.
about 40 minutes, I was like, oh, this is starting to pick up.
Yeah.
Oh, I really like that they made like the mud and the whole everything down below like a villain in its own way. It was pretty cool. Like the build up to it, just everything erupting and going crazy was just actually it was pretty cool in my opinion.
Yeah,
I really liked that.
They really built the suspense well. With
Yeah,
that.
they did. For nitpicks, really the only, I'm not gonna say only thing, but for me it's everything is just like it's free-handed, no tripods at all. I can understand like during the eruption,
Yeah, but
like,
it
being
did it
shaky,
before too.
but for the whole like first half, it was just free-handed camera and just
It didn't fit.
no. It definitely could have done well with like a tripod when people are just talking, but instead it was like we got to make this a little bit intense. It's
Or even then, like
some motion.
the thing is, when cameramen do that, they're doing it on purpose. Because cameramen can be steady if they want to.
Yeah.
So they're doing it on purpose.
I know they're doing it on purpose. I don't like that.
You need to simmer down now.
The thing is, the story was interesting enough that they didn't have to add suspense by having the free camera like that.
And that's
They could have just
Corey's my subconscious. He's bringing out all the words that I just
from the
hate.
tiny voice that they hear.
But other than that, I really liked Kurt Russell and John Malkovich in this movie.
Oh, John Malkovich.
They were pretty.
Even though he was the bad guy, and I really
Yeah.
wish that in real life that character got
that
put in
guy.
prison.
That guy was a dick.
But yeah, he was really good as that dick though.
He was.
Corey, what'd you think?
It was a good dick. Okay.
That's what she said.
I think I'm kind of liked it the least. It wasn't bad. It was just kind of okay for me. I was really bored the first like 40 minutes. I
Totally
actually fell asleep.
Yeah. That's when they were going into detail that I didn't think was necessary. But
because they would just kept giving exposition.
So you were asleep?
Yeah, I did.
Me and Glenn weren't sure if you were asleep.
No, I was pretty sure.
I did kind of fall asleep a little bit.
I was trying to tell you, hey, Corey's asleep.
Yeah. So it kind of jumped from 1 to 100 there in the middle, where I don't know. I don't feel like they took their time enough. It was just nothing but exposition, then the pressure's building, and then explosion. And then that was the whole last half of the movie.
It really was.
In their defense, though, that's probably what it was like in real life.
It probably was.
Where nothing was going on, then pressure started building, and then the explosion happened.
And then,
so I get why they did it. Mm-hmm. It kind of, for me, it worked. It was a little uninteresting in the beginning, but overall it worked. I personally think that this is, other than The Fighter, this is Mark Wahlberg's best performance. Because Mark Wahlberg's really, he's a good actor. He's not a great actor.
Not a great actor.
There were moments of brilliance for him in this, though.
Especially at the end.
Yeah, especially at it's just more emotion I've seen from him. Like, I think he's been nominated for 1 Oscar, but that was for The Fighter. I don't remember. Here's that information right here. But either way, he never gets really emotional roles, and there were moments in this where I totally believed that he was going through the stress and fear that he was going through. It wasn't just his typical straight-faced man in charge.
But he does do that as well.
Well, yeah, he does do that. He goes back and forth in a very realistic way.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, it's one of his best performances.
He has plenty of his quick talking, slick style.
His Marky Mark and the Oily Bunch.
Yeah. His little bants with John Malkovich, they were pretty great.
Okay, so I wanted to bring up the camera. Besides just the movement of it, there were so many close-ups.
Yeah.
Like not a good
face like this.
Just use a little bit of a wider angle.
Mike, when you edit this, just right here. This is the close-up.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
Future Mike.
We all need to be.
Just in spite of you, I'm not going to cut to a close-up.
It's going to be a close-up of your face, of me in the background, not even there. Just
exactly.
You're just going to hear all the noises.
It's just going to. That was me slapping my knee.
Sure it was.
Let's see. Yeah, John Malkovich was amazing in it. He, as usual, he stole the show in my opinion. Even though he was the human bad guy, it completely
stole the show.
Those are the believable villains.
When it comes to acting for me, even if the character is a terrible person, if it's performed really well, I can't help but love that character. Which is why,
if you hate that character and not just be like, oh, I hate his performance. If you literally hate that character,
which I did hate his character,
but
I love John Malkovich playing him because of how awesome he was. He was so good.
Well, he's such a good villain because he's an actual guy.
Yeah.
Who did a bunch of shit. And really screwed over a lot of people.
BP, just trying to save money, could have saved 11
the
lives.
Entire time I was watching this, I was just imagining that South Park episode where the guy from BP just goes, "We're sorry.
We're sorry.
We're sorry.
I'm deeply sorry. Sorry."
Anyway, I have nothing else to say. Anyone else got last comments?
I got nothing.
It's okay.
Better than I expected. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10.
I am also going to give it a 6 out of 10.
Copier. He's going to go lower.
Yeah, I'm at a 5.
5. That's still not bad, though.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's not bad.
I doubt I'll ever watch it again. But...
I mean, I don't think I will either.
Over there is going to be our last week's review, which was Escaping Me. That's not the movie.
Magnificent Seven.
That's what it was. That's why it escaped me.
I wasn't even there, and I remember it.
He was kind of there.
He was kind of
I was there for like 2 seconds.
I was there.
By the way, I loved Vincent D'Onofrio. I don't know what the you guys are talking about.
Hey, over here's gonna be our Thursday video. Vincent D'Onofrio's not in that one. But
wait, what are you doing? What's over there?
I don't know.
The Thursday, the Keystone Film Review movie.
Couldn't track that down.
It's my Keystone Film Review movie over there. Oh. I pitched it to Glenn. It may or may not be the greatest thing ever.
I had a really crappy idea, so I didn't get to pitch one.
Also, we waited so long that I accidentally deleted the footage, and...
Glenn just had a really crappy idea.
I mean, he did, but I was trying to help you out.
Down below.
This was before I was alive.
Before he was down below.
Down below is going to be Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Check out the social media. My voice was starting to crack a lot there, and it hurt. And type how much my voice sucks anyway in all those social medias.
It does kind of suck.
It's terrible. Down below that is a like and subscribe button with a dislike button. The North Star is always up, so
hell is down.
Always follow the North Star. Just, I don't even know where the dislike button goes. It's pointing down. Down's stupid. Like he said, hell. Down. Also, down below that is comment section. Did you like Zero Dark 30?
Because tell us that's your favorite.
That came out 4 years ago.
Tell us your favorite Vincent D'Onofrio movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, shut up.